ShartimusPrime, ShartimusPrime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it, taking bad hits, taking bad shit. Subscribe.
Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here doing another Transformers action figure review on the Transformers Studio Series buzzworthy Bumblebee Pulse exclusive and Target exclusive Transformers Rise of the Beast movie, Optimus Prime. Big thanks LA for reminding me of, or letting me know about it, and I'm so glad I swooped it up. I actually didn't think my order went through, but nope, I got the confirmation a couple days after, and yeah, man, it's here. You can see some images right here. It looks like concept art from Rise of the Beasts, and then on the back you can see both modes over there. It says big screen inspired in multiple languages, 34 steps transform Optimus Prime, and the Autobots keep watch and care of a Terracon attack. And then on the side you can see Optimus over there looking pretty sweet. On the top it says Studio Series Transformers Rise of the Beast. Not much more at the bottom, so let's get to it and crack this thing open. And if you're trying to get your Transformers, well, you can do so.
Big, get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
And here is Optimus Prime out of the packaging in his alt mode. I know he shows up in his robot mode, but we're going to look at the alt mode first, which isn't my favorite of the two modes. You can see there's a whole bunch of extra blue stuff on the back of that cab, which throws me off. So I do have some gripes. It is a little on the small side too, but overall there's some things that I really do like about this figure. Anyway, let's get a closer look. But first, I want to just take a look at this card back display piece right over here, which I never use. It's going to go in the trash. Was it Ecuador or Peru? I think it was one of those two countries that this is supposed to be, right? I think Peru, if I remember correctly. But anyway, kind of neat, but for me, pretty useless. I'm going to throw it away. And then here's looking at Prime, which I noticed right away. The colors are a lot brighter or more saturated compared to our Transformers Bumblebee movie Prime. You can see, and I didn't have this tabbed in properly over here, my bad. But yeah, you can see we get a darker red, a darker blue. This one has a much brighter red and a brighter blue. Looking at the front over here, I do like how the cab looks, even though I wish they were able to add this silver paint to the gray portion right over here, or maybe paint these yellow or something. I do like the translucent plastic right over here. I do like how this transforms. Like, while his alt mode does feel a little on the smaller side, his robot mode is a little bit taller than you would expect, which is kind of neat. Then you have the weapon storage right over here, so you have his hand blaster right over there, which sounds kind of wrong now that I say it out loud, but yeah, you can just port that in. There's a tab right there. It's that one, not one of those three, and port it in like that. And then you have the sword, which is part of the transformation. I don't like how empty this looks over here, and yeah, the sword helps, but then it works against itself having it come up right over there, and I don't like the blue all over the back over here. I like it when they're able to separate that more. I keep accidentally pushing these in, you know, these canisters keep just falling in. I wish they had some kind of tab to keep those from falling in there. The cab looks great though, even though I wish we had some red over here. Why couldn't have they made any of this red? I don't understand, but it's yeah, the back portion of it does bother me. I like how the sword looks though. It has a lot of nice paint apps on it. I love that gunmetal gray right over here. I don't know how I got a little stain on my thumb or my finger, but yeah, it's a pretty good looking sword. I do like it. And then you can see when you take that sword out, you get this huge old gap right over here. And Prime rolls okay. He has 4 wheels touching, and I can't get this last set of wheels to really roll with it unless I press down on the back right over here, but then you can see these front wheels aren't turning, so you know, you get 4 wheels spinning over here, which is not ideal. Getting this front end to tab is always a little bit tricky for me. Again, these things keep popping in. Anyway, to measure this Prime out, you can see it's at about 6 inches across, and it stands at about 3 or just under 4 inches tall up to the smokestacks right there. And for your Studio Series Prime comparison, you can see we have our Rise of the Beast version, and then there's the Transformers Bumblebee version. They just keep getting smaller, right? Or at least these alt modes are, and I did not tab this in properly, I'm sorry you guys, but this one is actually kind of a cooler looking alt mode to me. I like more silver on the front like this, and I like that there's less kibble on the back. Like, this is, it's still there, and at least, but it has like a method to try to cover things up. You know what I mean? They have this back panel over here, which does look clunky, and there's gappage over there as well, even though I mistransformed this one. And then here's Prime next to Studio Series 100 Bumblebee, and yeah, the Prime looks kind of small next to Bumblebee over here, right? The length of this car is shorter than the length of this truck, but not by a lot. Right? I feel like there should be more of a size difference between Prime and Bumblebee. No? And speaking of Bumblebee, I'm going to get this Optimus Prime transformed, but I will need some help from the one and only Burger King Bumblebee from 2008. All right, Willie, take us away, Bumblebee. And here's Optimus Prime in his robot mode, and I really do like this robot mode. I like it better than the alt mode, gotta say. It's pretty sweet. I do have little gripes I will bring up about it, but yeah, man, pretty sweet robot mode. No. Anyway, let's get a closer look. So I do think this head sculpt looks really good. I love the paint applications right here. You can see a lot of details right there in the mask. I do think the mouth guard on this one has a little bit more detail on it than I remember. But yeah, look at the back of the helmet over here. A lot of nice details in it. I feel like the head is a little on the small side. I know this is definitely a lot smaller than the other version that we'd gotten from Transformers Bumblebee. Just knocked over BB-8 over there. That's what that was. But yeah, you can see Optimus right over here from the last movie he was in before Rise of the Beasts, and it is a bit larger. I mean, the figure overall is larger. We get paint applications, though, like this one doesn't have them right here. We're getting silver painted right over there, and we have the Autobot symbols over here. We have a much brighter red color, too. I do like the silver paints right over here on the lower torso. I think that looks really good. However, we don't have it for that center section right there, which would have been nice to have. And then you can see some of the silver right over here. The smokestacks look all right. And yeah, man, I think this is a very good looking figure. I do like the paint apps on it for the most part. The crotch area has the yellow and the gunmetal gray. I do like how the legs look over here as well. Nice touches of silver over here and more gunmetal gray right over there. And yeah, not too bad looking at all. You get two different ports that you could use over here, so I do like it when they include those ports. And then you have a bunch of ports right here on the back. I believe these are, well, this is not a 5mm port, is it? I think it's a little smaller than that. But you could go ahead and store the weapons right over here on the back if you want to, so I think that's pretty cool. And then I think these ones are the 5mm ports. I could be wrong about that. Wait, I do have measuring tape, right? Is that 5mm right there? You tell me. It looks like a 5mm port. Just to show off how you can use his cannon right here, you just flip that around, put the hand inside right there, and then you could go ahead and port this on like so. I think this part is supposed to be at the bottom, and it looks okay. I prefer, you know, Prime having a big old blaster rifle like that, but yeah, that's cool too. He did use his sword a lot. And what's cool about the sword is if you didn't want him holding it, you know, which he obviously can do, you can also port it into this little space right over there so he could go ahead and slash over the top of his hand like how he did in the film. I like Prime's articulation, but I have problems with the shoulders. That bugs me the most. Anyway, you can move the head side to side, and he will look up and not really, shifts down just a little bit right over there. And then, yeah, you could rotate the shoulders a full 360. No butterfly joints. They do move outward, and I keep wanting to twist it around to have the arm splay outward like that. I guess it works. So you get the bicep swivel. You have a nice double jointed elbow that bends in at 2 points, so that's awesome. And then you have the wrist swivel right here, and then you do get a fake ab crunch, which is part of the transformation, and you have a waist cut here. You have the hip flaps that move up over there. A lot of leg movement. You can get these legs swinging all the way out, and they will move back just a little bit. You get an upper thigh cut, you get single jointed knees, and then the ankles don't really move down too much. They don't really move up at all, but it does have beautiful ankle pivot. Now, to measure out Optimus here in his robot mode, you can see he's standing just a little over 7 inches tall. Then for your Optimus Prime comparison, you can see we have our Rise of the Beasts figure next to our Transformers Bumblebee movie figure, and this one does stand a bit taller. I still think he's short in comparison to some other figures, which I'll show off in a second, but I'm surprised to see him a little bit taller than him. He is like thinner. He has a little bit less mass than this figure right here, and damn, I don't know which one I like more. I really love them both, but yeah, I'm still really happy with this one over here. God, I like this one too, but both very cool looking figures. Let me know which one you prefer in the comment section below. And then here's Prime next to a couple other Autobots from Rise of the Beast. We have Wheeljack and Bumblebee, and I don't have Mirage. Prime next to Scourge over here. He looks way too small. Now, I don't mind the size difference between Battletrap over here and Optimus, but I really thought these two were closer to the same height. I don't know. And then here's Optimus Prime next to your average scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Kind of short for an Optimus. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to show some love to the channel by simply clicking that like button. And if you want to subscribe for more, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I try to review Transformers at least once a month. I know most of you guys come here for the Marvel Legends reviews, but I love my Transformers, and you know I got to talk about them. And I also have the Studio Series 86 movie Ultra Magnus I'm going to be reviewing next. So that's the next Transformers review. Stay tuned for that, but I have some other reviews coming your way before then. And this Optimus Prime figure I'm so happy to have. Like, I'm really stoked to have it. There are some things that do frustrate with me, but man, this was a must-get for me, and I'm a little bit slow picking up all of the Rise of the Beasts figures here, as I explained earlier, or told you guys earlier. But I'm glad to have these. Like, I love the Transformers Rise of the Beast movie, and I got to pick up all the figures, man. So happy to talk about them. I like both modes a lot. I have my gripes and everything with the shoulder joints more than anything else. I feel like it gets tricky getting them into certain poses, but I mostly had a lot of fun with this figure, man. I do like it a lot, and at the price point around 35 bucks, I think, if I remember correctly, I'm going to give this Optimus Prime a Sun rating of...
I love it!
And I'd like to know what you guys think, so please let me know in the comment section below. If you want to stay in touch with me on social media, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and on whatnot, and I will catch you guys later. Peace!
That's crispy.
Hey, new Shartimus Prime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.